Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot for Thursday, August 14th, 2025. Here to do a collective read for you. You can change the genders and the roles as you need to as we go along. That's fine. Just use your higher wisdom and discernment when you're listening to general collective readings, because not every read is going to be for you. Hold on, let me light my candle. Sorry about that. Okay, I got nothing. Where was I going with this? Yeah, just use your higher wisdom and discernment when you're listening to general readings, okay? Because there's thousands of people here with thousands of different energies. Sure, a lot of us can relate to the same storylines, but please, 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 only take what you're already familiar with and toss the rest, okay? That just means it belongs to someone else. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys. Let's see where we're going to go with this one. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss, please, with the collective? Thank you. Balance, justice. Congratulations. I just heard by hook, crook, or flail. So it doesn't matter what you do or what you say or what these people do or say. You're getting your justice, or things are balancing out for you. This is the overarching energy. Congratulations. So something was unbalanced. It was wrong, amoral, or criminal, or all the above. Yep. Base chakra. You're safe and secure. You have stability here. One, this is the magician. You're manifesting something new, or you have all the tools you need for success. You're going to be taking some sort of action. It's conscious awareness. You used your intuition. Congratulations. You could be a reader, a spiritualist. You don't have to be. It could be a high priest or high priestess. You don't say much, but you observe. Some doors are opening for you, possibly. Yeah, you've healed your heart from whatever this you went through. We all lose. I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of life you have. We all go through the highs and lows of life, heartache and loss, and you're over it now. You could be dealing with somebody that wanted power and control over you, wanted to devalue you, empower you, take your voice away. You made a lot of sacrifices for. Maybe you're not speaking to them, or this is a doppelganger, or they want a power of attorney here, something to do with financial material changes. Could be a marriage or commitment. You're dealing with an institution, a higher power, the divine, a contract, belief system. It has something to do with a marriage here. Yeah, it's a disruption here. It's a tower moment. Something's going to happen quick or suddenly. It's going to take you by surprise, but it's meant to really redirect you and anybody else that you're dealing with to go right where you belong, okay? Somebody was trying to build something on a false foundation. It looks like somebody's in handcuffs here. Something's going to happen. It's meant to redirect you. The universe is involved. They can't sacrifice you. You're not making sacrifices for this person anymore. This is letting go, giving up, surrendering it to God. They can't slow you down. You overcame. This is Illumination. Everybody's knowing. Everybody's going to know what these people have done. Could be an arrest. Definitely could be an arrest. It is what it is. Everybody's finding out what this person's done. Or people. They can't slow you down any longer. Congratulations. Or they can't be a thorn in your side, let's say. Some people love to be a thorn in people's sides. I don't know why I'm flashing on this, but you know when you're growing up, if you had siblings, that is, okay, that was close to an age to you. If you're going somewhere you're in the backseat of the car and you can't fight because your parents will just turn around and smack you. That's the way we were raised back in the day, you know what I mean? Tell you to pipe down. I'll turn this car around. Anyhow, I'll give you something to cry about. So my sister and I would pinch each other, but we'd hold it in. You know, it would be a thorn in each other's sides. I remember, pull each other's hair, whatever. You get your licking, but you got to do it very quietly so you don't get caught. And sometimes my sister would just out and out say, "Mom, Dad, she hurt me." And I didn't do anything, So sometimes you're dealing with, a sibling or somebody like that. They like to blame you, point fingers at you. You're the scapegoat. So you're getting justice and or balance is being restored. Unfiltered truth. Someone will speak their unfiltered truth. Congratulations, you or someone else. Protective shell. Someone is keeping their true emotions hidden for self-protection. It could be you or someone else. This is a snail, so something was slow going. It's about time, I heard. Protect your heart. Guard your emotions to avoid hurt. Somebody's overthinking, or this is somebody else that's going through that. They're trying to protect themselves here. Thoughts and emotions are tangled up, leading to overthinking. You're coming into a supportive circle, or you found a supportive circle. You will encounter people who truly care and support you. Or now they're crying. This could be somebody in your past. You were good. You were a good supportive person. Love, family, friend, or work. They just didn't want to open up to you. And now they're overthinking this. Oh my gosh, I lost somebody that was really good to me. Somebody's spilling the beans. There's a conscious attack here. And that's a good thing. Somebody wants to unburden themselves. Someone is about to reveal everything. No holds barred. Somebody had control issues. Somebody was pulling strings for another. They were playing puppet master, dance monkey dance. Control issues are present in the relationship. Release expectations. Let go of expectations and allow things to unfold naturally. So if you're dealing with a controlling person, they're going to have to let go. They're not in control. Or if this is you, you're realizing you were never in control. You got to let things work out the way they're meant to work out. And trust and believe, if this is the universe balancing a situation out, they're going to do it. You can't stop it. So somebody wants to clear the air. Clearing up misunderstandings through communication. There was a silent understanding here. Unspoken understanding creates a deep connection. Somebody knows what you went through. Somebody witnessed it. And they held their peace. They didn't say anything to you or offer you any support or assistance. I think now it's eating at them. Yeah, hidden truth. They can't face you unless they tell you the truth here, okay? They're in avoidance. Facts haven't been fully revealed. And this is breaking news. A surprising revelation will shift your perspective. Congratulations. It's all in keeping. So something's coming to the forefront. Someone's going to tell the truth. They were trying to protect themselves. I'm truly picking up that somebody is really trying to protect themselves. They want to tell you the truth, but maybe they want to gloss over their part. They know that they're getting some kind of karma. Or they're going to have to answer for some of this. I don't know. That's what I'm picking up. I give them kudos for coming clean. But please, if this is you, if you're listening, tell the truth and the absolute truth, okay? And let the chips fall where they may or lay. You're able to build from there once you got everything out in the open, okay? If you're withholding, then it just proves that you're not sorry, or you're just trying to protect yourself. Tell them the God's honest truth. It could be a Cancer, you or someone else, or something happened in Cancer season, or somebody's maybe sick. I wish you a very speedy recovery. It's time to move on. This is over. It's the end. There's an emotional outburst ahead. Somebody was competing with you. Stiff competition. Act now, think later. So somebody acted without thinking. Children are a factor. Gemini, you or them, or something happened in Gemini season. Could be twins. Somebody's of two minds, or somebody is two-faced. I'm not saying Geminis are. I'm just looking at the two faces. A wish is being granted here. X marks the spot. This could be an ex-lover, friend, or family member. Enemy disguised as a friend. Drama king or queen. You'll be attending a get-together soon. Your prayers have been heard. Something's never going to happen here. Jackpot. So they're attending a get-together soon. They're going to find out that whatever they're coming after, this jackpot here, it's not for them. Somebody was gambling. It's never going to happen. An invitation's coming, spiritual awakening. So somebody was given an invitation to spiritually awaken, and they said, nah, I don't want to. You could be an Aries, somebody else is an Aries, or something's taking place in Aries season. Wiping the slate clean. It's a phone call that changes everything. Bringing back balance and justice here. Libra, you or them, or something's happening in Libra season, which is not too far away. Younger woman, you or them. In the autumn, they have serious regrets for hurting you. So somebody's having serious regrets. They did something too quickly. It caused some sort of accident to a Virgo. Or you are a Virgo, or they are, or Virgo season. It could be a Capricorn. You are, or they are. It's Capricorn season here. Missed opportunities. A message is coming that you do not want to hear, or they don't want to hear. 911. There's a fight over this. Now, 911 could be, you might have to call the police or emergency services. It could be September 11th or November 9th. Now, September 11th means something to me. I don't know if it means anything to you. Of course, it does for the whole world, because that was a really dark, bleak day in history. It was a very sad day, scary day. Yeah, there's fighting here. Someone's a liar. They're going to have to defend themselves because they're a liar. They're facing news of legalities here. Somebody was two-faced, but I tell you, they've done this before and they've continued to do so. It is what it is. So this might not be the person that wants to tell you the truth about whatever's been taking place, but it's over for whomever they were conspiring with or friends with, or somebody knows something of value and they were holding this away from you. They doing stuff in the dark. Balance or Justice 11, unfiltered truth in Cancer. Where are we going with this? Breaking point. Limit, final straw, overwhelmed. One day. Someday, somewhere, another time. So they kept putting something off, maybe. One day, one day. Second chance. Reconciliation, making amends, and opportunity. And it doesn't have to be for the person or persons who've done the worst. It could be somebody that knew about it and didn't take any action. Didn't warn you. Didn't call the police. Maybe this is their chance to make amends with you. I don't know. But this is obviously Spirit telling them it's best in their best interest to make amends. Maybe they won't ever be in your life again, but at least they won't carry this around anymore and they can start paying off their karmic debt. They can leave this behind. They might be getting some time here. It's been a long time coming, waiting cycles and moments. And they're getting some clarity here. Truth, intentions, and honesty. So somebody in the group has gained awareness as to somebody's intentions against you and their honesty or their lack of it. The truth is here. The lens is clear. It's cleaned. Okay, they're seeing it from a new perspective. Someone's exhausted here. Depletion, drained, long journey. They're longing, craving, aching, and wanting. Somebody called their bluff, or they were bluffing, pretending, mask, and exaggeration. Something to do with memories, reminiscing, dwelling in bittersweet. There's going to be some confessions here. Unveiling, coming clean messages. There's realizations as well. Epiphanies, understandings, and awakenings. The light's getting turned on maybe for this person. Or they're finally going towards the light. I don't know. Trying to steal your ideas? What the hell's that? Claiming your ideas are theirs. I don't know. Place that where it belongs. So we have balance, Justice 11, unfiltered truth, Cancer, and breaking point. Something came in sideways, because a lot of crowds walk sideways, right? So something came in sideways. And now they're at their breaking point. Hiding and cloaking. They don't want to be investigated. They don't want to be alone. Something's coming out. Maybe you've been in isolation and you're coming out of isolation. They're going to claim they were unaware. They're in the dark, or they were in the dark. Now they're coming into the light. I don't know, using their higher wisdom. They didn't want to do that soul work. They didn't want to have a moment alone to... Some people can't be alone because they don't want to think about their actions, where their life is going, what they've done in the past, right? They don't want to even think about it. So they keep themselves extra busy and surround themselves with tons of people. And, you know, oh, they're very busy. Oh, they're very popular. No, they just don't want to sit down for 5 minutes. Because they know something's going to well up in them and they can't handle it. Like memories. Where are we going with this, please? That's why some people will numb themselves, right? Emperor. This could be you or someone else. It could be a father, a boss, a leader. It could be a divine masculine energy. If it's a divine masculine, it could be male or female, because we carry both masculine and feminine within each and every one of us. But somebody's taking back their power and they've bossed up. Somebody has authority. They have power and might behind them. They're established. They make the right choices for everyone involved. He's not looking happy here. Protecting his throne. This could be a father figure, a grandfather. Overarching energy. Victory, success, reward, and recognition. Could be out in the public eye, or this is being played out publicly, or it will be on the news. Let's see which way this goes. Yeah, seeing clearly what's been happening here. You're not mentally conflicted. You're not in denial. There's no more stalemate if there was one. You're not afraid to make decisions, and you let this go. You saw this coming. Somebody's getting released or being released. This is the wounded warrior coming home after battle to the accolades of their community. Somebody could have been bragging and or showing off here, wanting attention. Ooh. Somebody's losing their position here. They could be losing their job. Something didn't work. Or they said something publicly or on public record. They could have been testifying. Somebody lost their job. Something didn't work. They don't want to put the work in. They're lazy. They're not qualified. There's no discipline. They haven't mastered their emotions or their craft. They're under judgment, divine judgment. This is awareness. They need to take accountability for something. This is a wake-up call or a spiritual awakening. They wanted the attention. They just didn't want to put the work in. They wanted, I don't know, something didn't work. They're under divine judgment here. There's awareness that there was a collaboration or a contract. You're the master here. You're working hard. They want your help. They want to be safe now. After not wanting to put the work in or losing, that's blocked. Blocking a decision. Somebody got an, so they're under divine judgment. They could have came down with an STD. No new beginnings, no passion opportunities, no growth or expansion. Somebody didn't take any action. Okay. Blocked by courts, an institution, blocked by the divine. Some sort of sacrifice they were trying to make. Now they're stuck and they're trapped, feeling trapped. It was a waste of time. They're trying to delay something. They don't want to let go. They're causing delays. If it's a court setting, somebody could be always trying to submit one motion after another, one bogus claim after another. I don't know. Just trying to stall here. No illumination. Don't want to let go. It's been a waste of time. They wanted you waiting. This is a tower moment. I don't know. It's coming down. At least two people are getting thrown out of this tower. The lid's getting blown right off of this. They were trying to build off of a false foundation. This is a redirect. This is going to happen suddenly. You're innocent, or they're a fool, or you took a leap of faith, or somebody else did. You have a new beginning. You're not looking back. You're not taking much with you. That satchel is small for a reason. You don't have good memories. Something exciting happening. Yeah, they were trying to, they feel like a fool because they were tested maybe. This was a test. This is your rite of passage. You're dependable, reliable, mature, and responsible. You're certainly not lazy like them. You're committed. You take accountability here. There's something to do with a payment. They're trying to hide and cloak a payment. Hide and cloak that they were trying to stall you, hold you back. They're going to have to take accountability. They're going to claim that they were unaware. Yeah, single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. Could be a business owner. Maybe you're going to take a leap of faith. It's exciting. It's new in a business. Or maybe they tried. I don't know. But you're alone, minding your own business in your own garden. You have 9 out of 10 pentacles. So if there's anybody in your life, it's because you want them there, not because you need them there. You're not needy and you're not manipulative. You're not codependent. Someone lied about you. There's been no truth or clarity. There's been no communication. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. You're not worried, but they are. They're scared. They're going through something mental here. It's the 10 of Swords. They did too much. They wanted to harm you. They wanted to take you out. Now they could be wanting forgiveness. They want to come back in and take those swords out of your back that they placed there. They wanted your crown, or they tried to screw around with your crown chakra. They're trying to hold you back. They're impersonating you. They could have committed some sort of forgery. They felt entitled. They could be stealing your work ideas or achievement. They feel entitled. This is somebody that's very combative, argumentative, in your face, abusive. It's a poser, a player. They don't want to do the work. They want the kudos, though. They want the attention. But really, is it satisfactory? They're never going to be fulfilled because they're a pretender. They're a fake and a phony. They hold no value. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you're original and authentic, you are of value. You hold some value. Nobody can reproduce that. They think they can reproduce you or your life or take what's yours. There's no value in that. They can't hold on to that. They're unfulfilled. It's just a poser. Something's ending. Or they're trying to impersonate you online. Holding you back from moving and or traveling. But this is ending a cycle to begin a new one. Lessons are being learned. You're divinely protected here. This is victory. You're working. You're a hard worker. Planning. You're planning. You're building something. You're masterful here. These are your creations. They're watching you work. You're higher elevated, okay? And I don't mean you're better than other people. You put the work in. You've ascended. Somebody's watching you work. They're grieving and regretting. They're going through a dark night of the soul. They want help to put their past hurts behind them, maybe. Or you are helping them online put their past hurts behind them. Congratulations. Or they were collaborating to make you look like you're emotionally and mentally unstable. You're not grieving and regretting. They could have put you in a third-party situation as well, but you let it go. You moved on. You're not grieving. You're not regretting. Yeah, you're at peace. They're in denial. They're indecisive. They don't know what to do, or they're acting as if they don't know what's going on. There's a stalemate. Unable to make a decision. They're in denial here. Mental conflict. They could be acting like a victim here. They know they victimized you or tried to. But you're nobody's victim, are you? I know I'm nobody's victim. They don't see what's coming. They're getting nervous. You're at peace. You're sleeping quiet, nicely at night. You've healed. You're at peace. They're struggling with something. They're heartbroken. They've been sitting on the truth for a long time. They're plotting and planning, or they're trying to strategize a way. They know they need to put something to rest with you. They're praying, maybe. You don't see what's coming. They know they need to heal. They're denying they need to heal. This is Emperor in reverse. Somebody was in their ego, very arrogant, very conceited, and I heard righteous, but they're not righteous. They're in their pride, that's for sure. They bent to public pressure. They lost their authority, had no authority, or abused their authority. This is a bully, a tyrant. Oh, they lost their divinity. So this might have something to do with the first read, and or maybe second too. I don't know. But they lost divinity. They're in their south node. They're not a divine masculine energy. It's a pretender. They have no authority. They gave their power away. They could be sick or injured or feeling shame for what they've done. They have no faith. People are losing faith in them. Misguided. This is a false masculine, a false twin. Definitely distorted. They thought for some reason that they could align their stars to yours. And yeah, this was divination abuse. This is in debt. They didn't want to do their work. They didn't want to do their homework. They didn't want to learn a lesson. They didn't want to, they know that building anything in life, you start from the bottom up. They didn't want to start at the bottom. Somebody took a huge gamble and they lost, okay? They didn't want to learn their lessons. There's no follow through. They bore false witness or perjured themselves against you, maybe on public record in a court setting or something, or lost a child. This is bad financial news. They're immature. Something they can't pay for their home, their business. Stability. They bore false witness here. They're in total debt here. This is somebody that's lazy. They don't want to put the work in, and they're disrespectful. You're stable and secure. They have to pay off a home or something like that. This is financial ruin, spiritual jail. You're still stable. You found your confidence. You got yourself out of poverty. Yeah, no, this is, yeah, they want to come back in from out of the cold. You're stable and secure. They want to come back in from out of the cold. They're in debt. They wanted you to be in debt. They bore false witness, or this is divination abuse. That's how they... I just heard bargain. I don't know where that came from, but that's how they're maintaining their stability. They're in debt to you, or in debt to the devil. They were celebrating too much here, yeah. Illusions. Hopeful, wishful thinking, lots of confusion. They're looking at their options right now. This was some sort of cover-up. They're trying to hide you while they were making money off of you. Now, this could be the inheritance thing. It could be anything. It could be them stealing your work. Maybe shadow banning you if you're online and stealing your work, getting your work out there first so they can claim it. It's theirs first. Bullshit. You can prove at what day, what time you filmed something. If that's the line of work you're in, you can prove it, no problem. This is a cover-up of some sort. Somebody was tempted or bribed or blackmailed to do something, to commit crimes against you or to abuse you. This was reckless and they endangered others. This is a narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. This is somebody that's a pathological liar, a user, abuser, cold, calculating, and cruel. Both of them liars, if there's more than a whole bunch of liars I just heard. This is somebody that's very abusive, only self-serving. They only say and do things that's going to better them. This is somebody with no authority, or they got their authority taken away. Could be dangerous as well. They lied about you. A sweetheart, male or female. You remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. And you used your intuition to get through whatever this was. You could be a mother if you're a female. This is the biggest cup of love. This is unconditional love, right? Yeah, you're strong. Strong intuition, strong love. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. And that comes first with you. You soothe the beast within. You knew that somebody wanted power and control over you, dominance. Somebody was in their ego, maybe in their lustful energy. The snake is taking off here. You scare them, I think. You intimidate them. Queen of Pentacles fell out. You're stable and secure. Online, somebody's trying to claim that. I don't know. They're watching you. They're spying on you. It could be a wife card. Doesn't have to be. Who's this Queen of Cups here? Somebody's in their ego. You calm people down. See, this lion's getting ready to get... They look like they're getting ready to pounce on somebody. She's going, shh, quiet down. So somebody, a third party... Oh, thank you, Spirit. You initially spotted the snake. See that snake's coming? You spotted that snake a long time ago from the get-go, I heard. And somebody got in the way, a third party going, you know, you're being ridiculous. I know them. They're so nice, super nice. They're nothing like what you think they are. But you went with your gut. You knew. Yeah, spreading gossip. This is no friend to you, okay? They were spreading gossip. Party's over. Parting ways with third parties, friend groups, cults, covens, secret society. They're being forced to go their own way. You're standing your ground against these cults, covens, secret societies. You're divinely protected and guided. You are at a higher... you've ascended, okay? I'm not saying you're better than anybody, but you see things from a higher perception or perspective, I should say. You have the advantage. You knew what these people were doing. You don't want to hurt these people. Like, this person looks very tentative. Like, I don't really want to hurt you, but I will if I have to. They're being blocked here. They can't escape this. They can't move on. They're in hot water. They're in trouble. They can't come near you. They can't come meet you in calm waters. They're blocking somebody from traveling or leaving. One way in, one way out, I heard. If it's a group, cult, coven, secret society, or whatever they're a part of. Some sort of fighting's going on. Yeah, there's secrecy here. You're a high priestess or a high priest. You're highly intuitive. You're very, very wise, and you give wise counsel. You could be a reader or spiritualist. You don't have to be. You're balanced between your dark and light energies, your masculine and feminine energies. You don't say much, but you observe. There's a deep knowing within you. You hold the key. Key holders. See? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Spirit. See, there's daggers. There's a dagger here. I don't know if that's a dagger. Twisted logic. Somebody was trying to pierce you with their daggers here, with their words maybe, with their not their intuition, but with their intellect. Yeah, they missed. They missed you. Unaffected. They're trying to goad you, I think. Maybe they're trying to steal some energy from you, poking the bear to see you react to some sort. Somebody's jealous. That somebody's a gold digger and a cloud chaser, very materialistic and selfish, codependent and clingy and jealous of you, unfaithful, can't be trusted. They secretly wanted to destabilize you, make you appear this way, unfaithful, for a long time. They need to take accountability for what they were getting paid to do this bullshit. Lots of lies, illusions, deception. Yeah, and this was secretly who was behind it was your family or a corporation, and this is for an inheritance, spiritual inheritance, or a 3D inheritance, a large amount of money, long-term stability, long-term relations. That is fall from grace. They're trying to pretend they're you, putting on an act, maybe saying that you party too much, you have addictions. It was them. It's a fall from grace. They certainly didn't want you having wish fulfillment here, okay? Somebody was smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know-it-all and show off. No personal achievement or success here. Somebody got demoted, terminated, or lost their position. Yeah. They breadcrumbed you, used and abused you, treated you horribly. This was unfair, unequally yoked, unbalanced. They're heading towards bankruptcy. They could have said that you're always partying, you're always bankrupt, you're always this, you're a whore, you're this, that, you're doing magic. I don't know. We don't know where they live. This is fraud and theft. And you're getting your justice. Congratulations. I love it. We started with justice, we're ending with justice, aren't we? Whatever was done, it's going to be balanced here. That was wrong. They're feeling some kind of way about this. 4 cups in the upright. They're moping. They're pouting. Rejection, abandonment. They're feeling sorry for themselves. They're having a pity party here. They wanted to keep something that was yours. They were holding you back or trying to. 4-4. Angels are not going to let that happen. You're stable and secure. They're unhappy that you're stable and secure. That you have savings. Somebody was trying to hold you back, or they're holding something back from you. They don't want to let go. They're holding on for dear life of what doesn't belong to them. The stability that's not really theirs. 4-4-4, the angels, what I tell you. You transmute and alchemize. They got to bring back balance here. They got to heal. You've healed. You're very patient. Speaking your truth. Speaking your truth does bring healing. Male or female, this could be you or someone else, could be a professional of some sort, but you spoke your truth, or they're speaking truth, setting boundaries, cutting people and things that out of your life or their situation that doesn't apply. You could be a speaker. You're being supported by the angels to speak your truth. You're very discerning, very astute, intelligent, wise, and intuitive. Yep, there you go. They're trying to stop you, or you speaking your truth. It stops whoever this is. The truth about a car accident, getting their car repoed, somebody doesn't want to take accountability. Something's not going anywhere. Whoever you were dealing with, they were not underneath the canopy of the universe. This is not a victory. They can't move on. They can't overcome. So they can't move forward with something because somebody, you or someone else, is speaking some truths. Stop them dead in their tracks, I heard. Ooh. They got to drop this. They got to let this go. You're not taking on their burdens. You're unburdened, or somebody wants to unburden themselves about this investment. Maybe you already knew the outcome of this investment. If it is a large amount of money, you weren't worried about it because you knew eventually you would get it. They underestimated you. There's proof and evidence as to what was happening here. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. They're going to have to let this go. They wanted to siphon off of you harvest from you. They're counting your money. You knew that somebody was dipping into this money or this investment, something that was yours, but you weren't worried about it. You knew how it was going to end. You were prepared for it. Don't worry. You got the proof. You got all the proof you need. Yep, this is no communication, bad news. Somebody lied. They threw rocks and hid hands. They're not inspirational or creative. This is somebody that needs outside validation all the time. So they took your work. They can't reproduce it on their own. Somebody's probably going to prove it's yours. Prove it's yours. They can't prove it's theirs. This is somebody that feels entitled. They're a drama starter. Not very inspirational at all. Very juvenile. Somebody could have lost a child. Yeah, they were stealing money. They're going to lose their own. They're going to lose everything here, okay? They try to take your spiritual gifts or your opportunities or take money from you. Good for them. It's not their blessing. The divine's coming in to take it away from them. The divine gave it to you. How dare they take it from you? But I feel entitled. But I feel entitled. Yeah, they wanted your destiny. This is a reversal of fortune. A change in direction. They're getting karma. You try to slow down your money. This is heartless and cruel. No new beginnings. They're not happy. They were draining you or draining other people. This is a heartless, soulless being in the dark. Doing stuff in the dark. No truth or clarity. There's no trust here whatsoever. They're not happy. They're not happy at how they're going to be portrayed now in the right sense. Everybody's going to get a good bird's eye view as to what kind of person this person is. No money, no love. Oh, wow. They didn't want you having love or happiness. It's a backfire. Bad news. They're trying to stop your forward motion. There's no communication. Something stops suddenly. Lying, cheating, and or stealing. You got this is a backfire. It's bad news. Yeah, they were trying to, again, it's the King of Pentacles. This is coming out the last couple of days. Somebody was making money off you, male or female. Somehow, some way. Lying about you, stealing from you, wanting to take you out. There's lack of trust here. They're on their own. It's parting of ways. There's a lot of disharmony here. You don't see eye to eye. They're on their own. Parting ways with your family. The King of Pentacles is parting ways with a family or a group. They wanted you to part ways with your family. They were the instigator. They wanted to make money off of you. If this is an inheritance. Page of Cups. You're innocent. New beginnings. They want to apologize. They want to be set free. That's why they can't restrict you any longer. They're not renting space in your head. They want to remove all obstacles. They want to be free of something. Of these bad decisions, this false contract, this karmic connection. They are karmic. You let them go. They didn't care. They didn't care. This is toxic for sure. They have addictions, obsessions, and codependency issues. They're bound to a false contract, or they're bound to the devil, bound to this karmic. Wow. This is, what is this? They lost a child to addiction or children. They have addictions. They give out false and misleading information. This was unrequited love. There's a lot of trauma here. You're not going back there. If it's your family or a past relationship, they wanted you to go back into another karmic toxic cycle with them. No, they don't want to heal their inner childhood wounds. They're quite comfortable staying there. Let them stay there. But they better not visit their childhood wounds onto their kids. Maybe they have. I don't know. A lot of trauma bonding here. Well, willing to do whatever it takes to win, right? But everybody's walking away that worked with them, taking on hits and losses. This is born out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty. Whatever they gained in the past was ill-gotten, it was dishonorable, and it's temporary. They're going to lose that and everything else. They're the only ones. They're left standing by themselves. They have no one else to help them. They were willing to do whatever it took to unalive you. They did too much. They could have unalived the King of Cups in reverse. Someone was malicious, ruthless, and cruel. Emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and immature. self-serving and self-absorbed. They could be drinking and in their feels right now. It's a 5. They're fighting and blaming one another in this group. They don't want this conflict. They don't want to be challenged upon this conflict. Maybe they're getting some liquid courage here. There was a lot of gaslighting and mind games and power plays, poking the bear, trying to get reactive abuse out of you. You remain calm and stable. Congratulations, male or female. You know your value and your worth. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're stable and you're secure, hardworking, abundant, and independent. And this is just making them angry. They were jealous, big time jealous, using magic against you. Could have called you a hoe. You sleep around. You could have been a wife, or this is a wife. It doesn't have to be. It could be a male in this energy. Yep, this is a scam. You knew this guy or this girl was a scam artist, doing magic on you, having casual hookups everywhere possibly, or they claimed you did. They certainly didn't want you having friends, love, and or support. They never supported you. This is somebody wearing a mask, very insincere. Love bomber, maybe. They're heartbroken. They wanted this love bomber to break your heart, to bring down your vibes. They're heartbroken. Why? Because they're alone. They didn't want to do that soul work. They don't want to be investigated here. They're hiding and cloaking. They're trying to hide and cloak that you're standing in your power. You put up some boundaries. You overcame. They're very defensive, resistant here. They're paranoid. A lot of emotional wounding they've contributed to, right? You've got a lot of strength, though. This is the wounded warrior. You've fought a lot of battles in the background here, and you still have enough energy to fight more. They're heartbroken that you won't give up so easily, like everybody else has in their world. Give me a break. They're being blocked, or they're trying to block you. Give me a break. Get back here, cards. So they're going to claim they were unaware of all this emotional wounding this would have caused you. They're trying to defend their position. Unaware. They were stalking. They're blocked from stalking you or harassing you. They were targeting you. They were spreading lies, rumor, gossip, and slander. They were petty and they were cruel. They were abusive and very jealous of you. This is news you don't want to hear. They don't want to hear. Their whole group is mad at them now. They're angry. They were lied to just because of jealousy. Yeah. Sudden departure, sudden arrival. There's no contingency plan. They don't know what to do here. They're too afraid to make a decision. Yeah, blocking. You blocked all the magic, or they're trying to block this person out. They're very deceitful, very manipulative, master manipulator. Illusions here. They don't have all the resources they need. They don't know what to do. They're doing magic. They're involved in corruption. I don't know. They're scattered. They can't focus. They didn't take any actions when they should have. They have no power. They're out of control. Yeah, it's magic. Hoe bags. They thought they could turn you into a hoe bag? I don't know. They're jealous. They're pissed off. They're angry. They're abusive. Yeah, that you're not gone. They kept doing this over and over again. It's getting old. So they could have been doing on a lot of spells. They don't want things to change. They don't want to change. They're resisting change. This is a permanent, profound ending. It's because you foresaw this. You have vision. You were prepared at all times. Fuck one ship coming in. You have 3 ships coming in. 1, 2, 3. That might be another one in the background. Now it's 3. 3 ships are coming in. You have options here. You're still moving forward. You're not looking back. Expanding your horizons and mapping out your future. You could be traveling or going elsewhere at a distance. No longer emotionally invested. You're in search of your 9th and 10th cup. This is the 8 of cups. You invested somewhere. 8 cups out of 10 just to find out there's no emotional fulfillment or happiness. It's just backwashing these cups. They made you face hardships that really you didn't need to face, but they're going to face them. They're facing the unknown. This was unfair, unbalanced. They can't make this work. They can't balance this out. They're in debt. They were planning on walking away from you or someone else, walking away from their debt, either to the devil or to you. There could be a monetary debt here. They thought they'd profit off of this, but they didn't. They can't play games anymore. They dropped the ball on this. There's a warlock or a poser and a player. They didn't take the noble approach. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. This was all ego, jealousy. This is being conceited and arrogant. It's a coward down deep inside. They're angry. They bit off more than they can chew. Oh, well. Or you could have walked away from this person a long time ago, and they thought, I'm going to get even with you. I'm going to ruin you. Yeah, okay. Go ahead. You're anointed. Let's see what God has to say about that. Anyways, there's this person or these people are nothing to write home to mama about. You're getting your balance. You're getting your justice here. You're safe and secure. You're manifesting justice. The divine, you're co-creating with the divine. You're bringing it about somehow, some way. Congratulations. Maybe by speaking your truth. Who knows? Or maybe by healing, continuing to heal and manifest what's rightfully yours. Somebody's mind was too much on schmexual things. Protective shell. Maybe you had to go into a protective shell. Maybe it's taken a long time. It feels like this is a snail, right? Someone is keeping their true emotions hidden for self-protection. Maybe you are speaking your truth somehow, somewhere. It's getting out there. And the ones that did you wrong are hiding now. Because you are speaking the truth, or somebody else is going to be speaking the truth. And now they're hiding. Oh no, the truth is coming out. Unfiltered truth. Someone will speak their unfiltered truth. It's time to move on. Could be a Cancer. You are a Cancer. Something happened in Cancer season. Or unfortunately, someone might be coming down with something like this. I hope not. But somebody got sidelined here. Like crabs they typically walk sideways, right? So something came in sideways. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. Breaking point, limit, final straw, and overwhelmed. Maybe this person thought, one day I'll talk to them. One day I'll tell them the truth. Yeah, one day. And they kept postponing it. Well, today's the day, okay? I'd say start speaking. I don't know about you, but start speaking, start talking. Let's get this over with so we can all move on. Thank you. So where are we going with this, please, Spirit? What's the final verdict? What's the final message for the collective at this hour? Treasure Island. 9. Finding out you are the treasure. You have the treasure within you. There's an investigation. Somebody's on their own. I can't remember where I heard this. Oh my God, this is stretching here. But there's an old myth or folklore about the world. Turtles carry the world on their backs. The world is, if you do that soul work and you elevate and ascend, you can manifest almost anything, co-create anything with the divine. If you can think it, you can manifest it. You have the treasure within you. Anyway, round and round, 25 is 7. This is moving forward, universally driven, victory, overcoming, moving forward no matter what. Could be moving into traveling, bringing back balance. Congratulations. Poised. So somebody's getting knocked off their pedestal, or they wanted to knock you off your pedestal. I don't think so. 48 is 12. They wanted to sacrifice you. Someone might be getting arrested here. So 12, right? Hangman in reverse. You overcame, you let this go, and you surrendered it to God. So they can't slow you down. It's Illumination as well. TikTok, they're out of time. This is Karmic. This is a doppelganger or wanting power and control or power of attorney. If there's a power of attorney or some sort of conservatorship, there's a review. Somebody's out of time here to produce some more documentation saying you're crazy or you're unalived and or you're in a hospital somewhere. They can't find you. Whatever story they told this time around. Time is up. Their time is up. or they don't have much time, so they better come and tell you the truth. Okay? So Treasure Island. Essential meanings. The law of attraction bringing dreams into fruition. The results of positive thinking made manifest. Abundance appearing as if from nowhere. Financial gains in the sharing of good fortune. The Oracle's message, you've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. We got jackpot out earlier, too. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase, where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. Now, these types of people don't like to share. That's why they're limited right now for what they do, what they think, how they conduct themselves. 25. Where are we? Round and round, the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. So they didn't want to learn their lessons. Cycles, you are challenged to break. So you broke a lot of cycles. I'm picking that up. Revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. So you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. If somebody else is in your, trying to pull something off on you that somebody else in the past has done, you've seen it before, you're not playing that game. You know what I mean? The old saying, homie, don't do that. The appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you are standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lessons learned. So yeah, this is not going to take so long. You know, somebody tries to pull a fast one on you that somebody else has pulled on you, and you'll learn from that. Yeah, it's not going to work. 48 in reverse protection message. You're not ready to move forward at this time, and that has to be okay. Be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes. Pardon me. But if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it will land you in some muck now. So that could be for you or for somebody else. I don't think you're faking anything. Somebody else is. They could be stealing your work, your ideas, your life, your ID. You're trying to take your destiny. They're in muck now. This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you're really ready. It's better to disappoint others now than to wish you had later. Well, I can't speak for them, but I think what's happening to them right now is not too pretty. Or it won't be. Let's get a couple of these cards as money cards. Still a little bit early. Let's see where this is going. Broken dreams. So yeah, they're not going to realize these dreams. Not working as planned. Beginning to lose all hope. Keep the faith. Don't give up. Or that's what they wanted you to feel. I don't think you're giving up. You're on your life purpose. They wanted you to give up your life purpose. I don't think so. New ideas and inspirations will guide you to your divine calling. What is meant for you will stay as long as you keep pushing forward. When you ask for what you need, things will align to make your vision real, but you need to be aligned. They wanted you to lose interest or others to lose interest in you. They targeted you. Not finding enough payoff. Looking for more stimulation. Make it fun and stay invested. You are a rebel here. Congratulations. Limiting beliefs are blocking your abundance. Whether you're dealing with these types of people. Consider being a system buster. And that's what I'm picking up from you. Entrepreneur or teaching a better way. You're a trailblazer destined to pave the way for future generations. Congratulations. You might be a mechanic, but I'm picking up mechanic. You're a person that is not afraid to fix. You fix things. When something's not working well, you don't sit there and cry and mope and bring in other people and blame people. You just fix what's wrong. You take care of it. Now people are gossiping. Or one of these people could be a mechanic. I don't know. There's some buzz around about what you're doing right now. Minimize drama and take personal responsibility to act with integrity. Your personal challenges might be distracting you from your work. So I'm picking up that's them. If they want to make good, take personal responsibility, they're going to have to act with integrity and speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It is what it is. I'm done with these people. We're going to get a couple of these tea leaves. And then I shall say, bid you adieu. Good night for today. For tonight. Wish you a good evening. Tell you I love you so very much. Handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important for you or for them. Last June or sometime in June, or named June. Your birthday could be in June or theirs. Dog close-up pleasure with a close friend. Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. Rooster. A turkey and a rooster. An arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Bell. Announcement. Any cockle down. Vine. Seek out information that will help you. There's been an announcement. Somebody's in trouble. They're looking for help. This could be family, because vines represent family and ancestry. Tent. Temporary situation. So whatever they gained is only temporary. They might be living in a tent. Who knows? Fly. A period of ill health and depression. Oh boy. Bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Yeah, don't accept their bullshit. Casket. Someone going out of your life at the end of a situation. Something's festering here. Somebody could be sick. They're too stubborn to get the help they need. Oh, wow. This is intense. Dad joke. Dealings a relationship with a man. This could be you or someone else. And happiness. Angels are bringing you your happiness here. So this person that wants to tell you the truth could be a man. Maybe you are this man. I don't know. But spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So this man might be wanting to come into your energy because they know that you're protected and they want protection. Take it for whatever it is. They're going to have to accept valid criticism, though, if they do speak to you, because you're not going to hold back. Not that you're going to be rude and obscene or anything like that, or lash out physically, but you should be able to speak your truth, and they should be able to withstand whatever you have to say. You had to withstand whatever they did to you and did behind your back. It's only fair. You have every right to speak your truth and tell them how disappointed you are and what kind of pain they caused you. Just because you made it out alive and in one piece and happier and healthier doesn't mean it didn't hurt. Do you understand what I'm saying? They don't get to hurt you and set the tone as to how you react to that hurt. Okay? So congratulations. I love you guys. And until next time, take care.